Hey, I'm Rich B with Good Enough Spanish, and here are 12 great ways to waste your freaking time just trying to learn Spanish. Now, don't feel bad. I'm guilty of all of these. When I first started learning Spanish, I tried everything in the book. And some were a good use of time, while others were an utter waste of time. So this is a list of some things I felt wasted my freaking time just trying to learn Spanish. Number 1, over-reliance on translation. Relying too heavily on translation apps or tools instead of actively engaging in Spanish conversation can actually hinder language learning. It can create a sense of dependency that actually slows down the learning process. Number 2, passive learning through apps. Spending way too much time on language learning apps without actively practicing speaking or writing in Spanish can lead to passive learning. While apps can be helpful, they should be supplemented with other forms of practice. Number 3, endless grammar study. Focusing solely on grammar rules and conjugation tables without applying them in context or practicing real-world conversations can be a waste of time. Look, grammar is essential, but balance is key. Endless memorizing of long lists of vocabulary without using them in context or in sentences can lead to poor retention and limited practical application. Then there's perfectionism. Look, perfection is the enemy of progress. Spending way too much time trying to be perfect before feeling comfortable enough to just get out there and do the damn thing. It's counterproductive. See, language learning involves making mistakes and learning from them. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, do it again. So like Nike says, just do it. And like I always say, you don't have to be perfect. Just be good enough. Number 6, not diversifying learning resources. Restricting learning to just one resource, such as a textbook or a single app, will limit your exposure to different accents, vocabulary, and contexts. So take in a wide variety of learning materials and diversify yourself. Number 7, ignoring listening and speaking practice. Neglecting developing your listening and speaking skills will hinder your overall language proficiency. Well-rounded language learning involves all 4 skills. There's input, which is listening and reading, and there's output, which is speaking and writing. Lack of consistency. Inconsistency in study habits, such as studying intensively for a few days and then taking long breaks, can slow down your learning progress and lead to forgetfulness and frustration. So stay consistent and you'll start to notice your efforts will start to compound. Isolated language learning. Failing to integrate Spanish learning into your daily life can make it feel disconnected and less engaging. So integration will help to reinforce the learning. So don't just set aside time to practice, practice as you go. Number 10, not seeking feedback or correction. Look, avoiding opportunities for feedback and correction from native speakers or language instructors can make your errors set in deep and hinder your progress greatly. Remember, constructive feedback is essential for growth and improvement. So don't shy away from it, embrace it. Geographical focus. Choosing the right type of Spanish to learn is very important if you want to speed up the learning process. Spanish is spoken in many countries around the world, and while the basic structure and grammar remain consistent, there are notable differences in vocabulary, pronunciation, and even grammatical structures between different dialects and regional variations. So if you plan on traveling or living in a specific Spanish-speaking country, then it would be beneficial to learn the type of Spanish spoken there. For example, if you're planning to spend time in Spain, then learning European Spanish would make more sense, right? And if you're traveling to Latin America, then focusing on Latin American Spanish would make more sense, right? Right. Better yet, you can get even more laser targeted and focus your learning on a specific dialect of the country or region that you're interested in visiting. Okay? Then there's trying to learn all the slang first. Look, I know you want to be cool and all, or feel like you fit in more by learning all the cool slang and everything. But hey, slow your roll, because that's a good way to drive yourself freaking crazy and stunt your own growth just trying to learn Spanish. It's just too much. It's just too much. Again, Spanish is a very diverse language, even without all that slang. So trying to focus on all the slang first without even having a good grasp on the language is a recipe for disaster. Trust me, that'll all come later, naturally. But at the beginning, just keep it straight up and down and focus on learning the language in a standard fashion so that you can build up a solid foundation to communicate with the masses. So hey, beware of all of these potential pitfalls so that you can make better use of your time and resources when learning Spanish. Enjoy the journey, and remember, you don't have to be perfect, just be good enough.